Well, hello to all our viewers. Emma,
Hello.
it's October. We've got a couple of great things to talk about.
Yep.
The month in review.
Yes.
Just what's happening with the containers inbound to Australia.
Yep.
And just our view for the upcoming month.
Yes.
So stay tuned. Let's get into it.
Let's do it.
Well, Emma,
Albert.
it's October and
I know.
our month in review for September.
I know. Wow,
I
we're
know
already here.
I've had a few of the listeners call up asking when we're going to post our review. We're a bit late this month, but what are your thoughts?
Look, September started off probably a little bit slow when
Yes.
we were anticipating it to be a little bit probably busier at the start of the month than what it was. But we had a couple of public holidays in there. So we had footy grand final here in Vic, and we had the NRL grand final in
Yep.
New South Wales. So 2 public holidays in both states. That sort of impacted the work a little bit. But then after September sort of started to close out, or we got to the last week of September, we had some nice numbers come through, some good job numbers. And there seems to be a little bit more movement in the market now after September. So September wasn't so bad.
Yeah, and I have to say, it's still quiet. It's not as buoyant as it has been in previous years. And we talked to all the carriers, and some are a little bit despondent that the peak hasn't kicked in. It may be coming later.
Yeah.
But what we've done, we haven't looked at what isn't right. What we've done is doubled up on our advertising.
Yep.
First time ever, we've put on salespeople in Melbourne and in Sydney.
Yep.
So we're proactively creating opportunities for ourselves by increasing our marketing, our sales presence. We're going back to Business 101. That ride of increased volumes that we had throughout COVID is no longer there. So we're going to have to get back to the basics. So yeah, our advice to anyone out there listening is double down on all of your marketing and your sales. Actually create more activity in order to gain more work. And that's really, you've been working hard. You've just come back from Sydney.
Yes, I did. Yes, I spent some time with the guys down in Sydney. I've been a couple of times in the last couple of months. Sydney's picking up really well. It's a different market over there compared to Vic, but it's trekking really well. We're getting some really good traction out there. The guys are great. The team is great over there. They've got a great culture, same as what we have here in Vic.
Yes.
So incredibly lucky with the guys that we have.
Yes.
But yeah, heaps of good, promising prospects in Sydney as well.
And again, credit to you and your team is that you're actually creating the activity.
Yes.
You're not sitting back waiting for the phone to ring. You're making that phone ring. And that's the difference I think is essential, is just keep beating the drum, getting the message out.
State drum.
The state drum, bang, bang, bang. And it's working.
It is
We're
working.
generating a lot of interest. And even now, the more people we're talking to, it seems we're creating more good luck for ourselves. And we've been offered space now up in Queensland.
Yes.
So we may well be there before Christmas.
Before Christmas.
Yeah, okay.
Well, there you go. Before Christmas,
I'm
guys.
pretty optimistic, I know. We're already nearly into November already, but it's not far to go. But there is opportunity there.
There's huge
We've got the footprint. We're already developing it. So I'm pretty excited. And again, as from last month, we're speaking to a lot of our contemporaries, and they're saying, Victoria is very quiet. Sydney is busy, but certainly Brisbane, Queensland is the place to be. For logistics. High demand. So pretty excited about that opportunity. So it's pushing us to get there quicker.
Watch this space. Hey.
Yeah, watch this space. That space there.
So we've also been looking at expanding our fleet this month or last month. We did a lot of expansion within our fleet. We put on a lot more vans, a lot more rigids, a lot more semi-trailers. We're starting to look at what's coming, and peak is obviously just around the corner. A lot of people are working November, December, but then a lot of people tend to take January, February off.
Yeah.
And of recent times, it's been just as busy in January and February as what it has in December and even November.
Yeah.
So we're looking at what we can do to help our customers in that period where their own drivers are off and things like that to be able to get trucks to them and get things moving and keep things moving.
And you're right. We're finding our experience is that the peak is going to be later, but it's going to go further into the new year. So it is unusual. There's so much uncertainty. The patterns in the past have now changed. So we're going to see the peak coming much later, November, but then sustained throughout December, January, and February,
Yeah.
which is unusual. January and February have always been a little bit busier,
Yep.
but this year I reckon
gonna be a
we're
lot
gonna we're gonna
busier.
we're gonna be flat stick. We're
I think
gonna
so too.
and it affects our planning. Like how many people are we gonna allow to go on annual leave so
Yeah.
that we have sufficient resources? So we're rethinking that, and also drivers' requests for holidays.
Yeah.
We can't let too many of them go because then it's going to be busy, which we're anticipating. So it's really an unusual time, but you need to be flexible, need to be fluid, and you need to match your business with what the current terms and conditions and that we're experiencing. So you need to be constantly in that phase of modifying and morphing to what's needed now. Tradition has sort of gone out the window a bit.
A little bit.
And I mean, COVID taught us
Because of
that.
yeah.
So if anything else, it's conditioned us
Yes.
to be extremely flexible in our thinking
Yeah.
and to adapt very quickly. So adaptability is a key thing
Huge.
towards this year and particularly into the new year.
Yes. Agree. But with that summer period, breaks, fire is huge at the moment. We've had a couple of meetings about fire season and a couple of meetings with, government bodies about fire and how we're going to have contingency plans in place and what we can do. And so we had fires not long ago. Gippsland was on fire 2 weeks ago, a week ago.
And I've got some property up there, and
You do.
And they said the plumes of smoke for this time of year were unusual.
Yep.
There's a great sense of alertness in the country. So a lot of the locals we're cleaning up the properties, getting rid of all the dead wood and the brush, and cleaning our spoutings and roofs and so on, which is, a little bit concerning. But by all accounts, it's going to be a tough time for people out in the country, but also the supply chain being broken because of these things. And we're conscious and we're making plans, redundancy plans, and also making sure we keep our drivers safe and they're fully trained up and they know what to do. Very closely watching reports from the CFA in relation to changing conditions are high priority here.
So, question. What's your prediction for 2024?
Oh, it's always optimistic, I have to say. And I'm being honest. We know ourselves only in the last, there's been a shift only in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think so too.
It was a hard slog, but to be fair, we put in a lot of preparatory type work. We've done a lot of the background stuff. We've been so busy.
We've been slugging it.
We haven't sat back assuming it's just going to be busier. So we've done a lot to create. So I'm sure there's a lot of businesses out there, but the biggest tip is definitely you need to create that activity. It will not happen by itself.
Yeah.
And the last few weeks, how much work has flooded in, how much inquiry have we got, how much interest has been generated. And we've had some great conversations.
Yeah, we have.
And some of the stuff has come from left field. It's spin-offs from other conversations has created these opportunities and new things we haven't even thought of.
Yeah, I know.
Particularly even in the last 2 days, hasn't it? And there's some really good stuff happening. We can't share that right now, but there really is some. Look, Emma's laughing and she knows what I'm talking about. So, but we're excited. I mean, so lots and lots. I feel I haven't stopped talking in, I don't know, a whole month.
Yeah, it's been good.
And you're a natural at it, so you love talking. I know that, but I tell you what. But I know you've had so many conversations.
Yeah, we have.
Our phones don't
stop. Yeah.
And our respective partners often say, who answers the phone at 10 o'clock at night? They don't know anyone else. But we're in logistics, so we do answer our phone on a Saturday and Sunday.
We do.
And we do answer the phone after hours. And you need to be accessible to people because when they have a query, a problem or something that they need advice on, we need to be able to assist. So we're putting ourselves out there. And it is tough at times. So staying resilient, keeping ourselves active. I get a buzz out of it. I still enjoy everything we do. I love logistics. I love this sector of our industry, as I know you do as well.
Very much. It's been good. We're predicting. Your prediction is right. We've done so much groundwork this year at the end of this year, and we will continue to do so much more groundwork to be able to put us in such a really good position in 2024. We're in a growth period. We know we've got Sydney, we're growing. Melbourne grows for us all of the time. And Brisbane, what a huge opportunity too, growth for 2024.
Yep. And you only mentioned to me this morning, we're getting a rail hub coming up not far from the depot. Wow, that's going to be interesting. So there's going to be some great advantages to that for us and our clients. I mean, there's a win-win there for us. So when's it planned to be?
At the moment, I think they were still scoping it out. So it's lots of information to come, I suspect. So, but interesting times for this area too. So who knows what can happen? Maybe state takes rail.
Maybe.
2024, watch out.
And last month, Emma, we were speaking about the stevedoring operations. They had 3 months vision into the future, because that's how long containers are on the water before they get here. And they said, be ready for the wave that the containers are coming. And the bump on effect for all logistics is that it pushes freight into the supply chain because stuff has to get delivered, get into store and so on. And we're already noticing.
Yeah, we have.
And from just one of our clients, how many boxes are coming in?
47 boxes coming in over the next
and that's
couple
just
weeks.
from one client.
Yeah.
So it's starting to happen, and it's great news for logistics, and great news for our customers and retail and the end user, so that there will be products on the shelf for them to purchase. So yeah, we're pretty excited. Retail was a bit flat.
Yeah.
But wait till I think you'll see some huge sales in the retail, in the shopping centres and that, and that's good for us. Good volumes are moving through our warehouse.
Yes, very good.
So yeah, it's looking good. Emma,
Albert,
that's me. The big news is we have a national hotline number now be able to call, which is 134 888. Say it again.
134 888.
Please call that number and you'll be able to get us anywhere around Australia if you've got any freight. That's our hotline number. Great. I'm glad we were able to secure that number. 888. Very lucky numbers out there. So, give us a call.
State Transport. Our people are your solution. State Transport. Our people are your solution.
StateTransport.com.au